we're live, baby, with another N85 podcast, bro. It's been so fucking long since I've done this, bro. It literally feels so foreign to me. I'm like, damn, like I'm actually doing this again. But I'm back, and I'm here with a guest. It's the homie Destiny, bro. Literally the newest member of N85 over here. We're fucking out here.
I'll cheers to that, for real.
Cheers to that, bro. We're going
Cheers.
crazy, bro. We're taking over.
I remember the old intros. Aw, shit, baby.
I stopped doing those. I don't know why. I don't know. I feel like I needed a change, bro. I was like, you know what?
It really gave off the YouTuber vibes. It's like, what is up, guys?
Yeah, like
welcome
you're
to my
starting off with a
channel.
bang. That's why I originally did those, because I was like, you start off with the energy. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But
the topics were then just like, so we're gonna get into this.
dude, you know what's so cringe, bro? One time there was this guy at park, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he listened to the podcast and shit. He showed me. He's like, oh, look. And then like at one point he was going through like because on Spotify you can go through all the old episodes, right?
Of course.
And then you hit the play button and it starts from the beginning and it's like shit. And then he goes to another one, shit. They all sound the same.
Yeah.
And he was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, oh nah, but that's how I started.
He was like,
shit.
no, that's cringe. Please stop.
Yeah, I know
Mute it
that-
right now.
After a while I was like, all right, yeah, you know what? I think I had to switch it up, bro. I couldn't do that.
I
shit no
always
more.
like those. It really like 8, 9 in the morning doing my gardening job. I was like, shit, let's get it.
You know what's interesting about that, bro? Like I just said, like that dude was just like, oh, I listen to your shit, bro. That's exactly how we ended up being kind of like closer now, like being more friends. We were at Moondogs one time, right, Austin? We were at this motherfucker Austin. Let's bring him on real quick though.
Come on, Austin, get on the
I told this man to get on the
screen.
next pod, but he didn't want to get on it. So it's just me and Destiny, bro. We were supposed to do the 3P, but it's all good though.
No, but yeah, for real. Like I saw
yeah.
you, but I didn't know how to bring it up. I didn't want to be weird, be like, notice me. I just wanted to be like, no, I really like it because I started listening to podcasts earlier this year.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, it really consisted of either like comedy or obviously true crime for all my true girlies out there
Yeah.
that really like hearing about murder on our 9 to 5
Jesus Christ.
and getting scarred on the regular. I was just like, I had saw like you had posted at least like 5 episodes. I was like, let me give me some time. Like I have to
Yeah.
like really like psych myself up to get into something new, whether that's like shows, music, literally anything. I'm just kind of like, okay.
Or did you not think it was like your vibe? Like that's why you had to be like, let me.
To get started on it, I get kind of picky sometimes. Like, I started some podcasts and I'm just like, bro, this guy sounds so weird. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Dude, it's very important. First impressions are everything, bro. That's why when me and Gio started it, I was like, I'm not gonna start this till it's actually good. You know what I'm saying? Because we did like 6 practice episodes, bro. That's like 6 weeks worth of shit, right? And then it came to a point where I was like, dude, I'm having a good time. It's fucking lit. Like we're laughing.
Yeah.
Like these are actually good episodes. Let's just fucking the next one we're gonna put it up no matter what. And it was good. I actually listened to the first one like a month ago.
Yeah.
I dreaded. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go back. I don't want to listen to it because I thought it was gonna be cringe, right?
Yeah,
was
I did kind of like when you would post it a lot. I was kind of like, I mean, compared to me and him, I was like, what the fuck do we have in common? I was just like,
right.
I'm like, am I gonna relate to these stories? So once I saw like some of the, obviously the info captions help a lot.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
this is what it consists
It's all about
of.
marketing.
Yeah, for sure. And I was just like, fuck it, let me give it a try. Obviously, going through the first one, I was just like, okay, this was like really funny stories that obviously never happened to me, but it's always funny to hear from someone else.
Yeah, and once we like put it out and shit. Well, actually, yeah. When I listened to it, I was like, "Oh, this is actually kind of good." I listened to it back.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to listen to it because I was like, "Dude, it's gonna be cringe." Like, I don't even remember what we said like in the first one.
Your
Right?
voice cracks and everything.
been
Be
so
like,
long ago.
Hi
Nah, it was
guys.
good. The thing is that I noticed is that it was like so generic. It was so broad. That's how most podcasts start, right?
Yeah.
When you first start out, you start with the generic like topics and shit and all the like, conversations, right? But once you get those out the way, that's when it gets hard. I would always say like, yo, doing a podcast is hard because once you get through those first 10 episodes, then you're like, yo, I'm running out of shit to say, bro. I don't know what to say no more.
You've
like,
all said all your backstories, gone
Yeah,
through
I'll-
your anime arc and everything, and you're just kind of like, please be interested.
yeah,
It's
all
like-
my good stories are fucking done. Like, I don't know about what topics to talk about. So it gets interesting once you like develop as a, as a podcaster and all that. Like, okay, you know what? I got the hang of this now. Now you could literally, but I could pick this up whenever I want. You could just, talk your shit. And
It
all
has helped a lot though, cause like you do go out often, so it's not like
Yeah.
I only have these stories from this time period to this time period. No, like what me and Austin went out last week. New stories, new times. Tell them, Austin, you're trying to throw out that game.
But I've gained a new respect for like podcasters in general. but more so like the true crime podcasters and shit like that. Because I just showed you my notes for the UFO, because I did a UFO episode like not too long ago, and that was the hardest fucking episode I've ever done because of all the fucking the research you have to do beforehand, all the cuts you have to make. Because I didn't realize how many cuts you actually make. Until I did it, and then I went back and I listened, because I do listen to some of those. Like, I love conspiracy theory podcasts and all that shit. It's amazing, right? And then I feel like that, bro. Once you drink it, this is another part of the pod, bro. No, but what's it called? I look back and then you can see all the cuts that they make. I'm like, holy shit, bro! They actually do this. So it's like they read something, they say it, and they go back and read the next part, and then they say it. So it's like, bro, they probably record for like 3 hours, dude.
It's really different with like true crime or like scary or horror podcasts though, as what I've realized, because I've been into like, I wouldn't say multiple, but a good chunk, just because you have such a certain topic that everyone's covered at least more than 5 times. Yeah. And it's just like true. Oh, this person has covered it for 30 minutes. This person has covered it for 3 hours. This person's covered it for only an hour. And then it just boils down to like, not who do you like the best, but who can you hear talk about it long enough.
It's also personality, because you know a lot of people could be saying the same shit that I'm saying now, right? Like doing all this, but it's about like, you know, how you come off, the lit ass vibes you give off. Like people are gonna be like, yo, I relate. They don't just relate to the topics and the shit that you're saying. They relate to your energy. They're like, oh, I like this fucking dude, bro. The way he's speaking, the way he, like, you know.
The true crime podcast that I listen to, Lights Out, the guy's voice is like pretty soothing and pretty like eerie. That, I mean, it sounds fucked up, but I would listen to, my job was early in the morning, like from like 8 to 2. And it was gardening, and I was so sleepy, and I couldn't like hype myself up to listen to music, but I couldn't do anything else, and I was like, I need to listen to something or else I will fall asleep. So I listened to a true crime podcast of obviously like, oh, a murderer. Oh shit. And then I would just be anxious the whole time and like awake and be like, oh, the plants need water. I hope no one like fucking comes up and shit like that. But it was also interesting to hear like, oh, like, you're just watering some plants and be like, oh, yes, he murdered his whole family. Jesus and you're just kind of like, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Dude, yeah, I fucking love those, bro. But speaking of, like, spooky shit and all that, let's get into some fucking, we were talking about the other day, bro. I recently had my first, what's it called? Sleep paralysis fucking dream experience, I guess you can say, right? I had never believed in them. I was like, nah, I don't know how people get these, because I remember all my friends, almost everybody that I've ever met is like, I had some kind of story like, oh yeah, this happened to me and I saw this shit. I'd be like, yeah, all right, bro. Like, but it wasn't until it actually fucking happened to me. So the other day, right, I was sleeping and shit, and then like I get woken up and I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. Like normal, you know, most people wake up in the middle of the night and shit. But then I tried to like turn over and shit, and I couldn't, bro. Like my fucking eyes are just open, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is happening right now, right? And then I'm like, okay, cool. Like this is happening. Oh shit, that's cool, whatever. And then I look down, cause I'm just like staring straight, and I kind of like look down. Bruh, I see some fucking shadowy figure, bruh, crawling towards me like this, bruh, like on some fucking spooky ass shit, like from the edge of my bed coming like towards me and shit. I'm like, oh, and then that's when, you know, obviously your fucking heart starts racing, but my heart's fucking beating and shit. I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to stay calm and composed, all right? So what I did was like, first of all, I don't believe in none of the spooky shit or anything like that. So I feel like that's like the safeguard, you know what I'm saying? That's my blanket. That's, you know what I'm saying? I'm completely shielded from all this shit because I don't believe in it, right? So I was like, okay, let me close my eyes. That's the first step. And then let me just try to focus in on my fucking like body so I can like roll over or do something to like snap me out of this shit. So then I did that. I closed my eyes, and then I was like, okay. And then boom, I kind of like roll over, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like snap out of it. And then I look downwards, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing fucking here.
The Rosa de Guadalupe music starts playing.
Yeah. The fucking wind starts blowing.
And you're just like, yeah,
like, that was the worst experience ever, bro. Jesus help me. Yeah, and then that's basically how it went. And I was like, okay, cool. And I just went back to sleep. Like nothing happened, bro. That's what I was telling Haley the other day. I was like, bro, the only thing you have to fear is fear. Like, if you don't believe in this shit, why be scared of it? You know what I'm saying? Why let it control your emotions?
I'd be scared like a motherfucker, bro. I'd rather not test something than like fuck around and find out. Like that probability of fucking around and finding out, I'd rather just let it be and like not think about it.
But the thing is also you can psych yourself into like being scared of some shit, right?
Because
like
I can see that too.
I have had friends that told me like, oh yeah, you don't believe in this shit? Okay, why don't you just go do a Ouija board and all that, right?
No,
why don't you try summoning a demon, right? And I was like, I have no problem with that. But the thing is, with these, you psych yourself out. Like, is the pressure of like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, and I've heard of some people like going like schizo off of doing some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They end up panicking themselves into like some kind of fucking mental illness.
You mean like when you're in the house alone, the dishes move and you're like, who that? And then, or like the ice maker pops off and everybody's like, I'm ready to kill some motherfucker.
Yeah, who the fuck is here and shit like that. But I know you have a fucking sleep paralysis story too, right?
Oh yeah, mine was just so weird because like I couldn't really comprehend what happened and no one really believed me besides Jennifer. And so basically I was asleep, right? And I typically sleep like on my back, kind of like the dead. And
I can't
everybody's
do that,
like,
bro.
Really?
I can't.
Pretty
I feel like I'm
comfy.
like
Or
I don't know. I sleep on my side, bro.
I'll sleep on my side and then end up on my back. Pause. And then
what the fuck?
pause. And basically I typically have a lamp on or like a nightlight. I'm like a fucking borderline child. And or that's just the way that I end up kind of like sleeping.
Yeah.
And my room is downstairs. It's the only one downstairs, and it's near the garage or like the living room, and it's dark as hell in the hallway. So I'm just like, oh, try not to think about it. Doors typically always closed or creaked closed.
Right.
And as I was sleeping, my head, obviously I was on my back. Pause. Part 2.
Right.
And I wake up and I can only move my head from like side to side. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
So here you can move your head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird because most people can't move like any of their body, right? You can only move your eyes. Like, oh shit.
But I was so disoriented because I had this noise in my ears. It's just like bass boosted as fuck. But all
shit.
like repeat and fast. And I was just like, bro, like I feel so overstimulated. I get overstimulated pretty easily. And I was just looking all around like, what's going on? And by the foot of my bed is just this black figure that was just like standing over, kind of really over me, but it was just standing there like head hanging. And I was just kind of like, I was like, hey, yo. And then, but it was pitch black and like the border around them was like really fuzzy. And I had another figure.
So you couldn't see like the figure's face, right? It was like a black silhouette.
Yeah.
That was like me too, but it's so weird how everybody sees the same shit, right?
It was pitch black too. Like you cannot see past them. And it was just like fuzzy all around. Like it couldn't like come up like that. He didn't have the come up. Anyways.
yeah.
And the next figure next to him was my bed frame. He like had his hands around it and just kept peeking over and then down and then over and then down.
No,
and it would just do that repeatedly. Like it was about to do something.
Right.
Over and down. Same thing, pitch black, fuzzy. And while I was looking at it move and the other one and the bass boost was just on like high, I was like starting to panic. And like you don't believe it, but I'm just like I was raised on like kind of like scary movies. Not that my parents were weird. It was just either like, oh, we're either going to watch a horror movie, an action movie, or a comedy.
Yeah, just a thing.
Yeah, and my mom loves to scare people. If you ever been to my house or, like, close friend and stuff like that, you, like, come down the stairs or around the hallway, my mom's like, yeah. So, I'm, like, raised on that real hard. I'm always, like, on guard, like, oh, what you mean by that? And I didn't think it was real. I was like, oh my god. And the only thing I could do was just turn my head and dig my face into kind of like my pillow and just like keep breathing. And then I don't even know how much time passed by and I like woke up again, but I was too scared to look. And everything was kind of back to normal. And I just like threw my blanket over my face. Like, just a little kid like, oh my god, no.
That's the fucking funniest thing, right? As a kid, you're like, yo, all these demons and shit that are fucking out here.
They respect the blanket rules, bro.
Yeah, the blanket is your shield for life. It's the only thing.
That's the consent for real. It was like, open the fuck up.
But see, just how you said, right? This is my theory on that, bro. I had a theory, and I told Haley this the other day. I was like, I think that sleep paralysis are just dreams. They're just very vivid dreams that feel like they're real. Because, right? how is it that I had so much control over what I was about to do, right? In my story, I was like, okay, let me close my eyes, let me just fucking roll over. And then I focused in on that and I did it. And then I just woke up and it was like nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I woke up like on this side, you know what I'm saying? Because I rolled over.
The thing is like, I've never had a dream that vivid though. And then if I have.
But the thing is, right, you don't know that because like all your dreams, think about the dreams, right? You probably don't remember any dreams, but in general, this man's dying over here. The audience is over here fucking drunk as fuck. But what I was saying is, right, in general, right, whenever you're dreaming, in the moment, in that dream, unless you're having a lucid dream or a fucking dream where you know you're dreaming, you feel like you're actually part of it. If somebody's fucking like stabbing you and shit, you feel it, right? And you wake up and you're almost kind of fucking feel it, bro. I've had dreams like that. Oh, for real?
Really?
Bro, I had a dream. Dude, this is one time. This scarred me for life, bro. Because I still remember. Usually you don't remember dreams past like fucking 5 minutes of you waking up, right? But this one, it was like a fucking end of the world shit, right? And I was with my mom. And we were on a highway for some reason and shit like that. It's like those movies, right? Where all the cars are stopped in the highway. Fucking fire going around. Apocalypse shit going IRL. On. Yeah, basically like that, right? And then everybody was panicking and shit. And I was out of my car. My mom was like, yo, what's going on? I was like, yo, I don't fucking know, son, but I want to go home. And then, bro, some dude just for some reason just gets me with a shank right here, but just fucking stabs me for no reason. Like, bro, we got
spree for real.
Yeah, no cow. Like, yo, he's like, no rules, best. Say less. Let me get this fucking Mexican over here. So then I get stabbed. And I'm like, fuck. And then like I kind of like wake up when that happens.
Yeah.
And like for the first split, like 2 seconds, bro, I feel like something like right here. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then like you kind of snap out of it. Yeah. Like, oh, okay. The pain kind of goes away.
The main ones that I've had are falling. Like I've fallen out of an airplane, and then I've like I've like gone down some stairs and slipped, and I fell. And then I wake up, and I always wake up like shooting up this way.
Right.
And it's always been really weird because I'm just like, damn, am I dying? And it's like,
bruh, I feel like I've been having this thought lately that dreams actually expose your actual fears. Because, you know, a lot of people say that dreams show you who you really are. Because all the things that you do within your dream are out of your, like, control. Like, you're just watching somebody do it. You're watching your body in third person do something that you would normally do. You know what I'm saying? So if you cheat in a dream, you're a fucking cheater in real life. You feel me? If you're gay in your dream, bro, I've had so many gay dreams. I'm just like, what were you saying though?
You know, like those ones that are like, oh, your teeth fall out, like, you're stressed.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like,
I've never had that,
like
though.
That. I actually did have one that matched up with what I was, like, going through. So, I don't really fuck with spiders. I mean, if the spider's, like, this big, I'm like, I'm cheap. But if the spider is, like, about...
Deal or no deal.
But if the spider is about my palm hand, I'm just like, you know what? This is where I die. This is where I am.
That's those Australian spiders,
like
bro.
But I had a dream where a bunch of spiders and a bunch of bugs got on me and were just crawling all over my body. And I woke up like, you know, tingly like that. And I looked it up later because no one could explain it to me, obviously. They're just like, damn, you bugging for real. No pun intended.
Bugging. No. Okay, I see you. Lil Wayne over here.
No, chill. But I looked it up and they were just like, oh, like, basically, like, you have a consistent problem, like, that keeps popping up and stuff like that. It was something similar along those lines. And then I was just like, damn, I kind of do got a problem that's, like, going on. And it just won't go away, kind of like when you kill a roach and shit like that. And I was just like, it's a little too accurate for my liking. Close my phone. And it's like,
for me, it was more so like so I've never had like a fear of anything like for like my whole life, right? I don't fear like no demons, no dark, no nothing, right? And then heights was part of that. I never feared heights for all my life, bro. I used to fucking like there's this like thing in Six Flags where they take you all the way up and then they swing you. No.
Oh, no. I know what you're. It's like a big arch.
Yeah. That thing. Yeah. I've done that before, and like no problem, like no sweaty palms, nothing. I was like, I was an adrenaline junkie. I wanted to do that shit, right? But then like recently, like the past 2 years, right, I've had dreams where like they're considered nightmares because I fucking feel shitty after.
Yeah.
That I'm like in a plane or high up in a fucking mountain or something, and I'm about to fall, or like crazy scenarios that have to do with
you don't
heights.
get no anxiety or like your heart starts pumping, your heart starts beating real
Well,
fast.
it never did until now. That's what I'm saying, bro. The dreams have exposed that I am afraid of heights now, because now I'll look at like some fucking like some TikTok shit will come up, right? And it'll be some dude's like on a fucking balance beam, between two mountains or some shit like that, right? And then I feel my fucking palms getting like sweaty, and then my heart starts racing. I'm like, holy shit, bro! Like it's so weird. And you know what? I think it's also circumstantial, because like back then I didn't want to say that I didn't care about life.
Yeah.
But I didn't
appreciate it as much as you did now.
That exactly. But also, I feel like I had no consequences. Like if I get hurt right here, what the fuck? I'm out here. I'm lit. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
This is what it's about. But now I feel like I have something to lose, bro. Now I have more loved ones around me. You know what I'm saying? Now I have like, you know what I'm saying? I have more shit to lose. So I feel like that's where that fucking fear developed and shit. Because I feel like it didn't come out of nowhere, right? Why the fuck would it come out of nowhere? I've never been scared of nothing. So now it's like, damn, like I've always wanted to go skydiving and all that, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm like thinking about it, and I see all the videos. I'm like, fuck, bro. This shit, like, just looking at the videos, just hearing people talk about it, scared. Like those stories, like, kind of fucking make my heart rush and shit. So.
That's actually crazy, because at Six Flags, I get more anxious than anything. It's the anxious like leading up to it.
Right, yeah, hell yeah. Once you're on it and it's happening, it's nothing.
I still freak out. I get the anxious shakes like afterwards too.
Oh shit!
But I think the craziest one, because I've like rode Batman before. Pause. Part 3.
Bruh.
That was 3. Whatchamacallit, all that stuff. But Jennifer just loves like thrill.
Hell yeah.
She giggles in
like
the middle of the
shit.
roller coaster, and I'm like, you're psychotic.
Fucking crackhead.
Yes, and I'm just like, oh hell no, I'm about to fucking pass out. No, I'm not about to pass out, but I am about to scream the whole way through.
Bro, speaking of passing out, bro, there's this one time. So I recently, well, let me finish about the dreams and shit. I have this one more thing. I heard this podcaster, right? I listened to this podcaster, and then he said that he took ayahuasca. So for people that don't know ayahuasca, it's like DMT. It's like you go to fucking like Peru and shit, bro.
Yeah.
And they take like there's these like roots, these trees that have like roots and shit. And basically they've been using this as like a form of medicine for like a long ass time and shit. You know, that's like built in their culture, right? You gotta go deep in the fucking forest for this shit. You can't just buy this at a local
knock
market.
On their door and be like, please.
Yeah, it's like a whole ceremony, right? And then so yeah, this podcaster, he said that he did it, and then he was like, so when that happens, you go into like a fucking deep like spill, like you go into a whole nother universe. Like you just shoot out into like the fucking stars, into some Millennium Falcon shit, right? You're just out in the galaxy and you just start seeing shapes, you start seeing shit, right? So what he said was that he started seeing these clowns like all around him and shit, and they were like pointing at him and they were laughing.
Oh.
So it was just like some spooky ass shit. That's like the worst case scenario,
for real.
right? And then he was like, I was scared at first, but then I kind of like composed myself, and I thought like, okay, what is the meaning of this, right? This has to have some kind of meaning. My brain just doesn't like come up with this shit for no reason. So that's kind of how I came up with this theory. And then he was like, okay, I eventually like in that while I was going through all that shit, he was like, oh, I think this means I'm taking myself too serious.
That makes
so like, you know, if you put all that shit together, I'm like, oh, that kind of does make sense, right? Clowns pointing at you, laughing, like I take myself too serious. And then when he came to that conclusion, they all started like clapping and shit, and they just all like disappeared. Like, so I'm like,
that's
fuck,
weird.
That's so weird, right? Like how the human fucking brain comes up with that shit. Like he figured that out while he was in some fuckery.
He unlocked that extra 5% to just get that one answer.
Though. I was like, Jesus Christ, bro. So that's why I was like, okay, maybe these dreams like do have some kind of meaning. It sounds like some fucking like you know, some fairy tale ass shit. Like, oh, dreams have meaning, but no, I mean, maybe they do. They'll tell you who you are, your fears. All that shit.
I mean, I actually am just too scared to try, like, you know how like, you're like shrooms,
like drugs and shit.
Yeah, shrooms are really anything that deals with my mind, because I'm just like, I don't know. I've like been through some pretty fucked up shit. Don't wanna ever have that.
Oh, like it bring up. Yeah, no, that is true, because that was my thought for the longest. That's why I never do like anything that is out of my control and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so like with alcohol, I can control like how fucked up I get, like how
once you're fucked up, just go piss and drink some water.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Weed a little bit, right? You could consume as much as you want to like get to a certain point, and you're like, I'm good. Yeah. But with everything else, like if you take a tab and shit, you don't know where you're gonna go, right? You don't know like how much realistically is in there. Dude, you can fucking spin out of control. I don't like to not be in control, right?
Yeah.
So, but then eventually I heard like from some people that were like, nah, try shrooms, because shrooms you can get them by the gram, and based on the gram, it should, put you at a certain level. You low dose it, normal dose it, high dose it, and shit. So then people were like, okay, so then after like I heard that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it, bro. So then I tried shrooms, bro, and it was fucking awesome. It was life changing, bro. I tried to get Destiny to try some. I was like,
no, thank you.
And I feel like a lot of people, bro, the media.
Maybe one day when I'm hitting that low, and I'm like, there's nowhere to go.
Nah.
There's nowhere to go but up.
I feel like you gotta try them when you're in just like a normal state, like just a day, like when you have a day off and you're like, you know what, fuck it, let me do it. I'm not too happy. I'm not in a low point in my life. Let me just do it, cause then
just Switzerland, just neutral.
Yeah, neutral, bro. The media has portrayed like a fucking false, like, I guess like a thing of what it actually is, right?
Yeah, what it feels like.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, bro, you're gonna see like spiders crawling up your fucking leg and shit, and you're gonna scratch them, and you're gonna end up scratching your body and shit, right? That's not fucking true. That's not actually how it is. Even in a high dose, that's not actually how it is. In a high dose, you'll just fucking like. All the colors and shit will probably like fuck you up, right?
You're smelling the colors.
Like yeah, like everything will be distorted. But how it normally is like the lights become like vibrant, like your feeling just becomes like enhanced. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I've never felt this fucking couch how I feel it right now, right?
This kind of texture is just different.
Yeah, and then I think also people have said like, it leads to a lot of like, it has mental benefits and shit like that. You feel good. That's why. Okay, when I did it, also I did like a normal dose once, but I also for the longest I would low dose them. Like I guess micro dose is the fucking word that people would be using and shit. But I low dose them to get the feeling and then not the visual. Yeah. The feeling is good. The feeling is like, oh, you feel fucking.
So it's
feel
like
happy
little by little,
shit, right?
step by step.
Yeah, you just feel like happy and shit. But another thing, okay, so I'm not gonna sit here and say, because one thing about like drugs and shit, right? The people who do them, they never want to say the bad side of it, right? So like with weed, people will be like, "Yo, it's not bad. It's not addictive and shit." That's a fucking lie that people have been feeding you this whole time. But that shit is definitely addictive. I know a lot of people that are fucking addicted that can't stop smoking them.
They're like, "Oh, I have to." I mean, if you do it, good for you.
Like after every inconvenience, oh, let me just smoke this blunt real quick.
Oh, I can't.
We're about to head out. Let me go smoke.
If I can't smoke,
yeah.
To eat, I gotta smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like a serious medical issue. But I mean, if it's the same excuse time and time again, I've seen someone who got off of it supposedly, and they went through the worst withdrawals.
Fuck
and we were just like just pissed off at each other the whole time. Not that I was on it, but it was just like they were in such a sour mood the whole time, and would just blame everything on everybody else. And I was just like, you know what? If that's what the whatchamacallit, like abuse and like just feeling the withdrawal and stuff like that. I'm like, you just need to go see somebody. I can't do this.
Seek some fucking help and shit.
Exactly.
Speaking about this though, bro, I had a fucking situation happen to me at work, right? So I work outside, right? And I was just fucking I was blowing some leaves, right? And I was working on these townhomes. And I was going by somebody's garage and shit, right? And what I fucking hate the most, bro, and people who work outside will know this shit. When you're like doing somebody's like house and shit, and then they open the garage or then they open their door and shit, then you have to stop everything because you can't, like, I can't blow the leaves because then they'll fucking fly in there and then I have two problems to deal with, right? And then that's what happened. I was blowing this dude's fucking driveway to get his like all the leaves out and shit because it's leaf season, and then he opens the garage and I'm like, fuck, and I'm right next to the garage. Bro, when he opened that shit, it was like the fucking Undertaker was coming out, bro. Like the Undertaker had just taken a steam shower. The fucking smoke just fucking poured out and shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Straight gas, bro. That man was hotboxing the fuck out of his garage and shit. All the smoke just like hit me at once. I'm like, oh shit. And, like, I don't smoke, bro. I don't smoke anymore. Like I'm done with that life, right? But in doing that, now my tolerance is like fucking minuscule, right?
Yeah.
So any hint of fucking weed and I'm gone, right? So like I'm inhaling all this fucking secondhand smoke while I'm like doing this guy's fucking leaves, right? I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, you know. I'm no snitch, I'm no rat. I didn't want to look
Just
in there either.
eye contact with it.
Yeah. I didn't, you know, I didn't even look inside the garage. I just fucking let the smoke hit me. I'm just like, okay, cool. So then I think he goes out for like a walk or something, or he goes get his mail, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, whatever. And I get done with like his section. Probably 5 minutes later, I'm like off doing some other shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling kind of like lightheaded right now. I'm feeling kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Is it kind of
like
oh, bro? Because right now it's fucking winter time, right? So
Yeah.
well, I guess technically it's still fall. Or is
Yeah.
it? What the fuck? I don't know. But it's
the
cold as
seasons.
bricks
It's just-
outside, right?
I don't fuck with anything below 70 degrees.
Yeah,
That's
no
all
cap.
I know.
But I'm outside, right? And it's fucking 9 a.m. And bro, I'm like layered the fuck up, right? And
Mhm.
usually I'd be cold. Then I started getting fucking hot. I was like, yo, you know, I'm kind of
Just like, y'all
sweating.
want to see me strip a little bit?
I'm
Just-
like, yo, my hands are physically cold. I can feel that they're physically cold, but right now I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, am I high right now, bro? What is going on, bro? And then I realized I'm like, oh shit. Then I started getting kind of like, you know, out of it high.
Yeah.
And I realized I'm like, oh fuck, bro, I'm secondhand high right now. I was like, what do I do, bro? Like I haven't been high in so long.
I
It feels so
actually
fucking.
felt that like active high. Like, oh, I want to do this. I want to party. I want to do
Ah.
anything. I've always just felt sleepy.
That's
always
what
just
most
felt
people
like,
say. I'm like, fuck,
I just
bro.
want to knock out. I just want to get those 2 blankets, cuddle up, and just watch some TV till I knock out. Like, I've never been like, I want to party. I want to do this. I'm like, no, just leave me in a room. Let
Well,
me
see,
be
for
quiet.
that reason, right? I banned weed from my fucking parties. I'm like, no, like, or not even the parties. Like, anytime people come over, I'm like, yo, you cannot smoke in here because
Yeah.
people tend to get fucking lazy, right? Like that, like you
Yeah.
said, people tend to get like sleepy. They're like, I'm gonna go home, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather you do coke at my fucking party,
Oh,
bro. Like, get
hell no.
fucking
In the
lit,
bathroom.
bro.
You want a bump? You want a
Like,
bump?
bro, here, I got y'all, bro. Like, dude, yeah, no cap, bro. I don't want people to get fucking like. I love vibes, bro. I love high energetic fucking
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So for people to start smoking and shit and start getting sleepy, start getting hungry too, right? They're like,
Right.
yo, let me go to that Waffle House across the street. So now everybody's gone, and I'm like, fuck, bro. Now what could have been a fucking lit ass party is now fucked because people are fucking leaving and shit, bro. So.
I don't know. Just how like I don't know. There's just weed is just like built different. Just cause like once you take that extra hit, you're just like, damn, I passed it. You just can't go back. You just gotta like a roller coaster. You gotta keep going through it until it just stops.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, I'm just not built for it. I'll say that for sure. I'll admit it. Anytime somebody's
I'll
like,
admit
you
it.
want to hit?
Just
I'm
especially
like,
with
I'm
the
not built
weed,
for it.
bro. The weed nowadays, bro, that should be strong as fuck, bro.
Yeah, people are just like, yeah, my shit will put you on your ass. I'm
Like,
like, I'm
no,
good.
thank you. I'll take the mid, please.
Yeah, I'll
give
take
me that.
the mid.
Give me that 5 with G shit, bro.
I'm okay. It shows my little can.
Speaking of partying and shit, let's talk about something else, right? So I've been noticing, and I wanted to bring this up in a conversation settings, that people tend to focus more on having a like looking like they're having a good time
Mhm.
than actually having a good time, bro. So I see this guy's fucking snaps, right? And he's over here posting like, look at this, I'm
Yeah.
fucking lit and shit. And then
And the pits.
so like that, but like at a bar and shit, right? They're like,
Mm-hmm.
and you know exactly what happens after he's done with that video. Puts the phone down, and everybody's like, yeah. So what are we doing after
Everybody
this?
always
Waffle
does
House
it for
after
the
this?
cameras. I actually don't ever touch my phone when I'm out.
Yeah, no cap, and that's why, bro. I've been noticing that too, right? I'm like, you know what? Because I don't know if people noticed on the Instagram, I haven't been posting many like lit ass videos, many like drinking ass videos. We used to post
Yeah.
like a shitload every week. It was fucking 10 posts, like
Of the
like
craziest shit you ever
drinking the
done.
craziest shit, and then like at the time it was fun, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't really like what the example that I'm putting right now, that like, oh, we did this for the camera and then we just like chilled.
Yeah.
We are actually having a good time. We just happen to catch it on camera. But now I'm like,
Yeah, Perreo 404 was built different.
yeah, no cap, right? But now I'm like, dude, I'm more focused on actually enjoying this shit than actually trying to bust out a camera and then hopefully the shot is fucking awesome enough and then I'll
Yeah.
post it and shit. Because then also if you bring out the camera, people tend to start acting like different, right? They'll either
Yeah.
act like really shy or they're like act up like, you know, like for the camera, for the
Yeah,
content
for
and shit.
sure.
So I'm like, let me just kind of enjoy this shit. I do want to like post more of that shit. I just wish I had like a designated like cameraman. You know what I'm saying, for that shit. If anybody wants to be our cameraman and come out and have a good fucking time with us,
please, any videographer.
Yeah, no cap, because we still do that shit. We still do something every weekend.
Out. I'll buy you.
Yeah, no cap, bro. Yeah, that's the proposal right now. Yeah, tonight we're actually going out. No cap. We're probably doing some shit. We do something every weekend, bro.
Austin, you busting out for real? With the suds?
No cap. No, but for real though, actually, serious inquiry, right? If you want to be my cameraman, all you have to do is just show up, bro. I'll pay your fucking entrance for anything. I'll buy you some fucking drinks. You're probably gonna go home with a shotty, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is capture some lit ass moments and have a. See, the thing about like being like a, I guess like a camera person, right? Or shooting content.
You have to know when the moment's right.
Yes, you gotta have a vision in your head, like, yo, this shot would be awesome. The same thing with taking pictures, bro. That's how some people don't know how to take pictures for shit.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't have a vision of like, oh, this angle would be so fucking lit right here. Let me take it. Oh, and they'll tell you like, oh, like pose this way. Like, oh no, this is off. You know what I'm saying? Some people just snap. You know what I'm saying?
Get that mean ass double chin. Everything.
That's the same thing with like
eye bags. Just like that one crooked eye, and you're just kind of like, ugh. And they're just like, this is fire. Just look at it. And you're just like, no.
You gotta, to a certain extent, you gotta be like somewhat like of a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? Like I want that, bro. And that's what I am. I feel like that's why this, you know, by my standards, is really good. You know what I'm saying? Like everything looks good. You know what I'm saying?
I take a lot more appreciation because I'm like, it's not only just like the equipment that makes the person, it's the person that wants it, that gets it done. You know what I mean? You can have that $900 camera, but it's not gonna do anything in the hands of like someone who just like, this'll do fine. This'll be okay.
I hate those people, bro. This is good enough ass people, bro. I've had 4 podcasts in total that I've never put out. That they will never see the light of day because I'm like, this shit was not good enough, bro.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm sorry if this offends you, bro, but like, I'm not putting this one up, bro. And it was like because of this, and this, and this. You know what I'm saying? And bro, there was this one time. This man probably might see this, right? There was this one time where I did a podcast with a guest, right?
Yeah.
And the guest was so fucked up, bro. They couldn't like, you couldn't make out what they were saying. They were like slurring their words and shit. They were like nodding off and shit, dude. It was crazy. But I'm not gonna post that one, bro. I'm not gonna do them like that. It's just shit like that you come across. Like being a perfectionist, like that's what gets you to another like the next level. You know what I'm saying?
You see that passion like really seep through what you put out and stuff like that. Whether it's just like, you know, you first started this only like putting off on like Spotify and Apple Music, but then you put it on YouTube, and then you know you're posting it on Instagram.
Bro.
Yeah,
TikTok
and you put
took it to a whole nother level.
And you have this like stretched out to just so many far ends. And I've seen you spend like a whole hour and a half editing that video for just that one TikTok, and I was just like, oh hell no, this takes that long.
It's a lot of fucking work.
And I was just like, you know what, he's built different, because I probably, you know, like everybody's like, oh, podcast is easy, you just talk and you just put it out there. It's just like, no, you put that passion in there, you put it out, and you want that good content, not just anything you say. And you wanted to like reach people and have their feedback. What is it that like, share, and subscribe?
Yeah.
And
bro, not even that, bro. Like even this break that I didn't even fucking mention. I took a break because I had like, you know, family coming over and it was Thanksgiving and I just was so busy. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I as much as I want to get like content out, because like, bro, trust me, it eats me not putting content out, bro. If I skip a week, bro, like. For the longest, I think we did like 27 weeks in a row. So that was good. And I was like, hell yeah. But for the longest, I made that shit happen. I was like, you know what? No matter where we're at, we're going to post something and shit like that. But now I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm okay with not fucking posting maybe 1 week, maybe even 2 weeks in order to like save my mental health. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I want to, like we were talking about, enjoy life, right?
Yeah.
I want to enjoy, like, I have family over right now. Let me just go spend time with them.
It just stresses you out. Be like, is this a good moment to post, guys? Like, you want to, like, just get in there on this real quick?
I'm like, yo, let me spend time with these family. I don't know how long I have my fucking family around, you know what I'm saying? These people around, bro. People can fucking vanish like this, bro. It's the real world and shit. So, like, let me actually enjoy life. And, you know, it might be at the expense of, you know, like, the growth of, you know, the podcast that I'm trying to, you know, make pop out and shit like that. But I know that in the long run, you know, this this is good for me. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if it's something you like to do and it brings you joy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What is it, that feng shui kind of thing? Not just like in your home, but like, oh, if this brings me joy, it is really gonna make me happy.
Yeah.
And the more you put it out, obviously, the more proud of it you are, and maybe hopefully more people fuck with it and things like that. So it's just like like you said, it's more like a growth process. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I mean, by the way everything's going, I mean, the way you work very hard,
we're going up, baby.
Yeah,
we're going fucking up.
I have a lot of appreciation towards it, because like I don't even know if I could ever set myself up for something like this the way as like far as you have.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I feel
not
like, bro,
dick riding, by the way.
No, for sure, bro. It's just like, you know, shit you notice, but like I feel like people should try shit, bro. I feel like this is another thing, bro. People tend to say like, oh, I want to do this, right?
Yeah.
But they don't go through with it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that say, yo, I want to get this done and this done and this done. And you look at them, you're like, yo, you're fucking awesome, bro. You're a visionary. You're a person with fucking goals and plans. Mm-hmm. What good are those goals and plans if they never fucking actually try them? If they actually do them? I could have easily not done this, you know what I'm saying? And then it would have been just a thought in my head, a what if, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Enough of that. Another thing that I was doing while we were fucking, we had a fucking, while I was doing on this break, right? I'm fucking gambling, son. The World Cup's on right now.
Let's go.
Oh, God,
bro. Got your money on? Comment down below.
Yeah, no cap. Comment down below because it's a fucking weird World Cup, bro. Really this World Cup, all the underdogs have been losing. There's a fucking statistic that I saw that somebody did the math. If you bet $100 on every single one of the underdogs, you'd be up 2,200 right now. Well, as of like a week ago, so maybe even more right now. And this dude, and saying that, right? For the most part, I did bet on mostly favorites to win and shit like that, because it's like there's these certain fucking matches I'm like, yo, there's no way this motherfucker is losing this match. There's just no way. Boom, they fucking tie or they lose. Yeah. Lost my money, bro. In the span of these 2 weeks, I lost $1,000, bro, at the casino, bro. And not only that, $1,000 just on the casino, but then also the traveling expenses, because we don't have like sports gambling or any gambling. Yeah. No casino here in the state of Georgia, so I have to literally drive up to North Carolina to put in some fucking bets to go gamble and shit. I went with my boy Austin one time. This man lost like what, 120? 70, 80 bucks. That I wish I did, bro. That I lost that in like one bet, bro. I mean, the thing about gambling, right? And this is why people get hooked. Yeah. You have the highest of the highs, bro. It's so awesome when you fucking win. But there was this one time, right? Shout out to my Instagram, bro. I fucking love you guys. If you haven't followed me, ZMXVO on Instagram or at N85 Podcast on Instagram, right?
Either or
works. More so N85 Podcast, please. I had a poll up. I was like, well, I told these guys, right? I was like, we were down hella. We were down so bad, bro. Our fucking fighter that was supposed to win, I had like a 99% chance of winning. He ended up fucking losing last minute at the match. Lost a lot of money. I was like, fuck, bro. That was like my guaranteed money. Yeah. So what I did with that one, right? I was supposed to put in 200 and I was supposed to get 100 back. So that 100 was supposed to be my gambling money. I was just supposed to get my 200 back and then pocket it, right? Yeah. That 100 I was going to use to gamble and everything. But I lost it now. So now I'm down 200 plus the 100 that I'm already going to gamble with. So that's $300 in one sitting. So I was like, yo, guys.
Like, you already lost half the audience on this math.
No, we're good. No, we're good. I was like, yo, we need to do a Hail Mary right now. Because not only me was down. All these motherfuckers were down, bro. I was like, it's time for a fucking Hail Mary. Let's take all the rest of the money we have with us, you know, all our cash and shit. Obviously, we have more money in our bank account, or else we wouldn't be fucking gambling, right? We're not that much of degenerates, right? I was like, let's take the rest of our cash, put it all on one fucking color in roulette. So the way roulette works is you spin a ball, it lands on a color that also has a number. It's red or black. You have, I think, a 48% chance, because there's also a green that could fuck everybody up, right? And I put the poll up on my Instagram, and it was like going back and forth, and they all leaned towards red, right? It was red. Yeah. I was like, you know what? We're going to put this shit on the hands of the fucking audience. Red it is. So we go to the fucking machine, put it all on red, and it fucking hits, baby. We're up. We got fucking doubled our money, bro. We were so happy. We were like, cash out. Yo, we cashed that shit out. But then, so this is the lesson right here. We could have gone home still down, but not as down, right? We made up some of our losses, but we still were at a loss. You know what I'm saying? I made probably half my money back. Yeah. we should have gone home, bro. You know, that's
no one to turn away.
That
That
if
applies
you
to a lot of things, actually.
no,
No one
for
to
sure,
turn away.
for sure. We should have gone home, bro. We could have gone home with some money. But me and Johnny, bro, we woke up the next day. We were like, all right, listen, bro. What if we go back and do the same thing, and we'll double our money again, and then we'll be completely even. It'll even pay for the fucking hotel that we stayed at, right?
Yeah.
So it would have been like we spent nothing on this trip. We had fun, we had a good time, and we go back home neutral.
Yeah.
And then when you're making up fucking scenarios like that in your head, you're like, this sounds fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
This sounds like too good, bro. Like, that makes sense. I could have a free trip right now, right? But you don't take into account the consequences in that when you're going through scenarios like that.
You don't want to think of the worst.
Yeah,
you're like,
you're
I'm gonna be down.
you're like the positive outweighs the negative by a mile, right?
Yeah.
And it isn't until you fucking lose that you're like, I should have just got home. So what we did, right? We convinced everybody else to do it too. We went down to the fucking casino again, even though we checked out of our hotel and everything. We were like, fuck it. We're going to do this and we're going to leave. And we start gambling and gambling. We lose it all, bro.
Oh,
all is
Lord.
fucking lost. And I'm like, shit. Fuck. Then everybody starts fucking. Okay, nah. Before that, right?
Yes.
These degenerates. Now, that's the first step.
Mhm.
Losing all your money. Now, this is the super degenerate thing. You're like, okay. And this is called they have a term. It's called a martingale.
Yeah.
Is when you double up all your losses. So say you lost $200, all your gambling money. Then you go to your fucking bank account. You withdraw $200. So now you're taking out more money.
Everybody who's not good at math right now is just take a break and just be like, if you lose
you're good.
and lose again.
No. So you go to your account. You take out another $200, right? So you had your 200 original bucks to gamble with. You're like, I'm not touching my bank account. You lose it all. You're like, you know what? I have a fucking brilliant idea. Let me go to my bank account, take out 200 more.
Yeah.
I bet it all, and then I'll go back to even again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about getting even at this point. You're not even going for wins. You want to get even.
Mhm.
These motherfucking degenerates were like, yeah. Johnny was like, yo, I'm going to go take out $400 right now. I was like, listen, brother, I cannot let you do that, bro. I know it's going to suck thinking in your head like, yo, I really just lost $450 in one sitting. But you know what? That's not as bad as saying, yo, I just lost 800 in total in one sitting, right?
It's okay to take an L.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold your L. That's what we should have done the night before, bro. We
Yeah.
would have got home with some money.
What is it? I like that one saying, like, you win some, you lose most.
That's very true, right?
I heard that on a podcast too. Like, you win some, you lose most. Every time I'm having like a shitty day, I'm like, you win some, you lose most, bro.
Bruh, so I fucking got these dudes. I was like, yo, what's wrong with you, Carlos? My fucking dog over here fucking tweaking out.
It's okay. He's bro.
So I gathered these dudes. I was like, yo, we're leaving, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all might get mad at me right now, but we're fucking leaving, bro. And I had to he was like, no, I'm going to go back. I'm like, yo, bro, please. I had to like keep my eye on them so they wouldn't run away and go fucking make some stupid ass decision. So I did end up getting them in the car. We left, and then everybody had this is the worst part, bro. The ride home of like,
the ride
of shame, bro. We were all like, we should have left, guys. Like, then you start fucking blaming shit. You're like, fuck, why the fuck would I do that? That's what I'm saying. All that to say that I'm done gambling, bro. My gambling is done.
It'll be a hiatus, but it's not gone forever.
That's true. Yeah. For the time being, you know, because I was like, okay. I was like, yo, the World Cup is here. I can make a lot of money. There's like some teams that are guaranteed to win. Bro, they're not, bro. As much as you think that they're guaranteed to win, every team has lost this World Cup, bro. Every team is like, fuck.
Germany's out again.
Germany, Spain, Brazil lost the game. France lost the game. No, but they lost a game. That's what I'm saying. I had them in my parlay, and I would have lost that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm done with gambling, bro. It's a really bad habit, bro. Cause not only that, I was making excuses for myself to go gamble. I was like, you know what? If I put this bet in, and it's this some Hail Mary ass bets, bro. I'm making like 5-leg parlays. I'm like, yo, if I put all these bets down, bro, I'm gonna make all my money back, bro. All the money that I lost in the casino, all the money that I lost here in the sports gambling, I make it all back. Yeah. But there's some Hail Mary ass fucking bets. Like they're the odds of them, like all those matches happening, slim to none. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, and I'm very actually proud of myself because it's like it takes a lot of discipline to break like a really bad habit like that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Especially including money, bro. Money is like I don't know. It could
It feels
control.
like Monopoly money sometimes. But it doesn't
Oh,
feel
in the
real.
casino, it doesn't feel real, bro.
It doesn't.
Here, it hurts me to spend $5 unnecessary dollars. Bro, let me tell you a fucking story the other day, bro. I was at work, and I recently started drinking coffee. I've never been a coffee drinker because it made me tweak out back in the day. But I realized it made me tweak out back in the day because I didn't eat that much or drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you have to have at least something in your stomach. I don't know, me personally, right? And I was like, it was my break. I was out for lunch like at 12 in the afternoon. And I was like, you know what? I'm craving a coffee right now. You know, I'm saying it'll get me right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go to the QT that we're at because I was heating up my lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fucking machines are fucked. Like, they're not working.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, this sucks. And I was like, oh, there's a fucking McDonald's literally right around the corner from this Quick Trip. I'll just walk there, like, you know what I'm saying? So then I make the walk. And then I get to the fucking McDonald's. And I'm like, okay. I look at the prices.
Yeah.
So at Quick Trip, it was like
Oh,
a dollar
hell
something.
no.
At Quick Trip, it was like $1 something for fucking French vanilla mocha, whatever bullshit,
Yeah.
right? For that same
For a
thing
large
at
at that.
McDonald's, bro, it was actually more. It was like 3 something for
Yeah.
a small. I was like, what the fuck, bro? This is like double the price, bro. This sucks. I was like, let me just I didn't even want it. Bro. It was $1 something,
I don't want
bro.
anything at all.
Like, I could obviously afford this shit. It was like $1 something more, but I was like, nah, I don't want this shit. So then I head out. As I'm walking out the door, I'm like, but I really want this, bro. So I was like, fuck, okay. Let me go back. I'll actually get it, whatever. I compromise with myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. And then I get the small French vanilla, whatever, $3. Boom. And then I go over there where they hand you the shit, right?
Yeah.
And the manager comes out. He's like, oh, we don't have any more of the hot one. Or something like that. Oh, no, we don't have. I don't know. He said we didn't have that one. So he's like, do you want a cold one? Yeah, that's what it was. Do you want a cold one? I was like,
prefer hot or cold coffee?
hot coffee, but like a fucking caramel mocha, like a frappuccino. I like frappuccinos. They're good. Like from the McDonald's, I'll take a mocha frap. Those are my fave. But like if I want like a coffee, like specific like coffee, like I'll have it hot. You know, like, especially then because it was cold as fuck.
Yeah.
That's another reason I really wanted it, right? And then the dude was like, yeah, we don't have the hot no more. Do you want a cold? And I was like,
on this day?
I guess, right? And then like he was like, but you have to pay like the difference or something like that. I was like, oh, I guess. Even they still made me pay for it, and then I ended up paying more.
They couldn't be
So
nice
so in total, I ended up spending like $4 something on something that was originally $1 something at Quick Trip. I'll just say like, yo, what the fuck? Like I don't even know where I was leading with this story, but like I was just compromising.
It hurts you to spend this type of
shit.
shit.
It hurts me. It hurt me so bad. I was like down for the rest of the day. I was like, bro, I really just spent more money than I really wanted to. That's like $3. But in the casino, bro, that's what I was tying this in with. In the casino, money and its value is non-existent because you see it on a screen and you're like, oh, this is not like real. You know what I'm saying? Every time you press that button on the fucking slots, the money just starts trickling down. You're like, oh, like I don't feel nothing because I'm not handing nothing out from my pocket.
They do that bullshit that, oh, you win 50 cents and then the next row you lose $1. Oh, you win 50 cents. You lose $1.
So you feel like you're winning.
Wait, but I'm winning that 50 cents. Give it back. And then dude, because I on the casino in California, I always limit myself to like an hour. No, not an hour. I always limit myself to like $100. And then once that $100 like coughs up, because I was like waiting a little bit, but I'm just like I didn't realize how much I was losing. So it's like, oh, you won $1.25, and but then the next row I lose like $2.
Yeah, bro. It's just, bro. Once you have like a taste of those highs, bro.
Yeah.
It's so fucking awesome, bro. Like Haley's dad won like $2,000.
Good for him.
In one city. I know.
I
wish I was me.
Different for real.
I know. We fucking win at
Better
L,
jumping for real.
Fuck. Let's switch up the subjects. Let's get a little fucking deep here, bro. I want to talk about like some. So the reason Destiny's here actually is because I was so impressed the other night. So she's actually my newest roommate. So it's fucking lit. We out here for real.
Welcome to the hype house.
No
Except
cap,
we're God's sleepiest soldiers.
Yeah, we're doing a fucking content house. We were literally up just chilling. Like I was making fucking dinner and we were just talking about some deep ass shit. And you were talking about like your image issues, like you know what I'm saying. You're talking about like in high school how you were wear certain shit that you didn't feel comfortable in. I kind of want to talk about that because that hit, bro. At one point, bro, I started actually crying, bro. I
felt really bad. I thought we were on the same level, and I see him like go quiet, and he's like tearing up. I was like, oh, dude, the vibe went off. Oh, I'm sorry.
She hit me at a point where I have never been fucking like I don't know, been compromised before. I was like, holy fuck, bro. I don't know. It was like I was so overwhelmed with feelings that I was like, yo, I gotta let this out, bro. And I didn't want to I didn't want to just chill there and then have a fucking tear run out. I had to announce. I was like, yo, Destiny, I might just cry right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like we were getting deep, bro. Just talking about trauma bonding.
No, yeah, trauma. Well, I know that's not the meaning of trauma bonding, but like trauma bonding in general.
No, but sometimes like to like adding to that, right? Like I feel like a lot of times people don't just let out your emotions, bro. You gotta like, if you feel like you're holding a lot of fucking like shit inside, a lot of baggage, just fucking cry, bro. Just like let it out. So at that instance, I didn't feel fucking like hesitant. I was like, oh, let me just ride the wave, bro.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. Yeah, you were talking about like image issues in high school. I feel like a lot of people can like.
Yeah, I had a lot of image issues in high school. It was so bad because like obviously you're 14. You don't know how to dress. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to like what you really want to be.
Dude, you told me something crazy. You said that your mom dressed you till you were like what, 12 or something?
Yeah, so I was like in like 6th grade.
Dude, I was like, holy shit, that's crazy, bro. I didn't have that.
My mom was she wasn't overbearingly controlling, but she was like, "Are you sure you want to wear that?" Like like she'll give you like that little like uneasiness. She'll be like, "Are you sure that looks right?" And I'll be like, does it not?
Yeah,
you know, like, and she'd just be like, or like, I wouldn't wear that if that was me. And I'd be like,
for sure.
I'd be like, chill, you know, like, and stuff like that. So I had like a lot of like, how I wanted to dress was like really an issue, or how I wanted to look was really an issue. And I just didn't know who I was. And obviously at 14, that's the most horrible time to try to figure yourself out.
Not only that, because like, you don't have just like inner doubts with yourself, but you also have a fucking like almost like it feels like an audience that are all looking at you trying to like figure that out.
You walk in the hallways and you're like, damn, am I walking funny?
Yeah.
Like, damn it. Are they seeing my stride? It's like, or y'all had the Roshis in 9th grade, and then you stuttered the stutter trip, and you're like, oh. I hope no one saw that. You know what I mean? You're so self-conscious.
People in high school are the most judgmental
and self-conscious, all rolled in a burrito.
Time in your life, bro. Like the most, like all that shit in your fucking life. So like, especially like, cause I know there's a bunch of like high schoolers that watch this shit. You know, fucking weirdly enough, right? Just know that shit is not real.
It's not forever. Actually.
It's not. It's actually not forever.
It might be real, but it's not forever.
Yeah. In that moment, sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People will judge you. All that shit. It feels real, and it probably is real at that moment. Once you get out of high school, bro, that shit is gone, out the window. Not even in college. College is school too, right? But in college, people are not judgmental. People are adults, bro. People are like, yo, why the fuck am I gonna waste energy judging this motherfucker? I got fucking assignments due at 11:59.
Either that or they're just in their own world. Like they have other problems.
For sure, bro.
They have a 9 to 5 and they're at school.
Maybe a kid or
a whole kid and shit like that. And but yeah, I was just so self-conscious and so weird, and like I was always just placed in a category, and I hated it. And obviously that happens all the time, so it's easier for people's brain to comprehend.
Yeah. What
do you like? What do you want to do? What's this? What's that?
What music do you listen to? How do you dress? How do you speak?
What food do you like?
Yeah.
Oh, and like, you know, like, oh, you're Mexican? Obviously you're like this, and you know, stuff like that. Or nowadays, what's your horoscope? What's your horoscope?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And yeah, so I had a really hard time because also I didn't really like buy a lot of clothes that were for me. I did sports, so a lot of everything that I wore was just to get ready for practice. And it sucked because at one point they were like, hey, you have to dress up because today's a home game.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, man? And they were just like, and you have to dress pretty. And by my standards, to me, I wasn't pretty. You know what I mean? I was like just skinny jeans, a t-shirt, a jacket, and my hair tied up. And the days that I would like be in a dress, wear flats, let my hair down is when I got the most compliments and stuff like that. And so in my head, it would twist up and be like, damn, am I not pretty on a regular basis? Do people only want to give me attention when I'm
when
in
they
a
hit you with
way?
the like, oh, you look pretty today.
Yeah.
And you're like,
and then I'm just like, damn, I'm a fucking bum all the other days.
Yeah.
And it would really twist me and be like, damn, do people only like me when I look like this? Do people only give me attention when I'm like this? And right when I would change and all that, obviously all the compliments go away. People treat you differently and stuff like that. And I just had a really hard time. And as the years went by, obviously I let my hair down. People got weird about that. And then I cut my hair. People got weird about that.
For real?
Yeah. I don't know. I just hate getting categorized. They'd just be like, you dress like a boy. And I'd be like, it's just jeans and a t-shirt.
That's it right there, yeah.
It's just jeans and a t-shirt. And they're just like, yeah, but that's what a boy wears. I'm like, doesn't everybody wear jeans and a t-shirt? You know what I mean? And
it isn't until you're an adult that clothes just become unisex, bro. Like, it's so like hearing that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, people were really like that back then.
Well, and I feel like also wore like cardigans and the
fucking
jeans,
Uggs and everything, bro. When fall comes
and
around.
the strapped like purse book bag and be like, hi.
Oh, I know who that is. I know who that is. I'm just like,
hi, just can you sit here? I'd be dabbing everybody. What's up?
Yeah, what up, dog? Yeah. So going off of that point, right, where you were just saying about the fucking the clothes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like also people, that's why we're scared to like come out in high school and shit.
Oh yeah, I was terrified.
Yeah, bro. But, like for me especially, like, so this is my point of view, right? Yeah, for me it was harder for the guys. It seemed like because like for the girls, if like some dudes, right, like the fucking jocks would see like the girls kissing, they'd be like, oh, that's hot. You know what I'm saying?
That's so weird.
Yeah, I know, it's so weird, right? And then they see the fucking dudes kiss each other, be like, yo, what the fuck are the weirdos doing, right? So I feel like guys, like, especially they would get judged more too. For me, thinking that, you know.
No, because then girls would also get weird towards the guys. Because girls get weird. Girls get weird either way. Let me put that out there. Girls are just weird.
Yeah.
Because so I didn't really come out in general. I was just like, you know what? I like who I like. If you're nice to me, I'll see where it goes.
For sure.
Didn't get hit on by anybody. Because they were just like, you didn't make it clear who you liked. I was just like, well, damn, nobody was fucking nice to me. You know what I mean? Nobody tried to really, like, get to know me and stuff like that. But I did notice that girls would kind of get weird with me. They do that whole arm thing. Be like, oh, my God. You're so nice. It would be so great to have you like as a boyfriend. And I'm just like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And then especially towards like if a guy is gay, you know, it'd be like, you'd make such a great best friend. And it's like you just can't categorize them so hard. You really do got to get to know a person for who they are. You know what I mean? You never know what anybody's like. I just like chilling with everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like see, the friend situation is very interesting, right? We brought up that conversation the other day. You were like, I forgot how we brought it up, but you were like, yo, how can you like be friends with so many girls? Because I posted a TikTok about that on my TikTok. And it was so fucking, bro, the amount of comments I had on that shit were crazy. They were so back and forth. The guys are so weird, bro.
Guys are weird.
Some of the shit they were saying was like, because in that TikTok, I was saying like, yo, I have a lot of friends that are girls, right? And I like to appeal to them and all that shit, right? The guys were like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Why you appealing to them, bro? It's bros for hoes. Like, you're appealing to those girls, but they're not even gonna sleep with you and all that. I'm like, yo,
I don't want the end goal.
That's not what I want. They're my friends. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
That's the thing. The thing about me and why I find it easy to have friends that are girls around me is because like I'm also not weird, bro.
No,
I don't come off fucking like any kind of way. Like I'll dap you the fuck up, like you're my homie, bro. And like even like if I hug you or anything, it's never weird. You'll never have that kind of vibe from me. But people always like, there's always those guys that like you can see like they're I don't know, right? Like,
they got that weirdness to them. No, because I've had guy friends or guys like that I've hung out with within the first 5 minutes, and you just automatically, and all my girls know this, get this weird vibe. You're just like,
it's like
oh,
in the
fuck,
eyes
I'm
or
about
something.
to get hit on.
Yeah,
I'm about to get hit on, and I don't want to. No, I'm not saying that every guy is like that, but you do have that feeling. And it happened with one of my guy friends when I was like having a hard time making friends. And we were sitting in his car, and I was so like, I get so nervous. I get so nervous when I make guy friends because I was just like, damn, I hope this doesn't take a turn.
Bruh.
And he kept looking at me, and I was like, girls are hot. Girls are hot, don't you think?
I love girls.
Oh my god, they're just so beautiful. And then I was just hoping he got the hint, just to deter it, because it just wasn't into him. And he was just like, yeah. We were good friends and stuff like that. But the only people that I've never gotten that from were from very few.
Yeah,
very
for
few.
sure.
Like
but...
only like 3 people, and one of them's gay. And like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like such a big margin.
Yeah, bro. And I've had like friends that are girls, bro. And people even find this shocking, right? I've had friends that are girls that have even slept over at my house. Like, we've slept in the same bed.
Mm-hmm.
It has not been nothing weird. Like, I haven't tried nothing on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then people get mind blown. They're like, "What the fuck? Y'all slept in the same bed?" Like, bro, we're friends.
Not everybody's a dog.
Yeah, like we're
not
friends.
everybody got like.
Not every birthmark guy is a dog, right, Austin, bro? We're nice gentlemen, bro.
But yeah, I have gotten that because even it happens to this day with like just day-to-day customers when I had to go get my car fixed. And you just get this weird feeling like I had this
the old man.
No, yeah, I had this one guy. I was trying to watch the World Cup on my phone. You know, Mexico versus Saudi Arabia, R.I.P.
No, yeah.
And
money lost.
And he comes and just touches my shoulder. He's like, "Are we gonna watch the game together?" I'm like, "No, sir." I'm like, "No, sir. You can sit on that stool over there." You know what I mean? You know, I was just like, bro, just like. You're on the clock. You clocked in. It's like,
oh, that's disgusting,
you know what I mean?
Bro. Just the thought about that.
It's been, it's always weird to deal with it because I've barely started been getting hit on by girls, and it's been really different than when getting hit on by guys. Cause my dumbass is just like bestie. You know what I mean? Like trying to make a friend that's a girl.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they're like, "You want to go do coke in the bathroom?" And I'm like, I'm just like, and then I'm just like,
El perico, saca el perico, güey.
And then I'm just like, no.
Dude, that's one of the grown people shit, bro. When people start busting out coke now, bro, you're like, oh.
I saw them get dabbed up and everything, and then we just made eye contact. It's just like, you got a girl? And I'm just like, yes, I do.
But doesn't it, I've always said this shit, bro. Like getting hit on or something like that. You know, there's a limit to this. It feels cool though. You're like, oh, dude. It almost feels like what's it called? Not acceptance, but like
you get hyped up.
Yeah, like boosted. Like you're like, oh fuck, I'm actually good looking to somebody. Like somebody actually appreciates me enough to like come up to me and fucking say some words like, yo.
Yeah, I've like it's been a really different confidence kind of thing getting hit on now versus. Because I didn't get hit on a lot in high school.
Bro, getting hit on by a gay man, bro.
Oh.
Biggest boost ever, bro. Gay men are the most brutally honest people. If they don't hit on you, that means you are ugly as fuck, bro. Gay men are judgmental as shit.
This is how I know guys have low standards when I get hit on at the club. Because I'm the girl that kind of like, I'm not a mom. I'm like, don't drink that. But I'm just like, I'll carry your
caretaker.
phone. I'll carry your phone, and I'll make sure that the creepy guy dancing behind you doesn't keep dry humping you for the next 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I'll get behind you. You know what I mean?
And they still choose to hit on you.
Yeah, I will be dressed. I think the most plain I've ever dressed in was like not cargo shorts down your knee, John Cena head ass.
John Cena style.
But it was like cargo shorts, the 5-inch seam, and it was like an orange shirt and some blazers.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I look plain as fuck. You know what I mean? Like I could be a mannequin. Yeah. And I was just there, and a guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, which drinking tonight? Like, hey, are you having a good time?" And I just look at him. I'm like, "You're gay. You're gay.
Oh,
you're
shit.
hitting on me. You're gay. The only reason you knew I was a girl is because of my hair." I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird.
That's crazy, bro.
Because I know that girl with the skinny jeans and the crop top and the face full of makeup just denied you. I'm like, don't come to me.
Like, oh well, I'm next up in line, that one over there.
Exactly. It's just like they either have like low standards or they're like, oh, she's just like a boy. It should be easy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they get that.
That's
they get that impression too. I've also had a lot of weird people, guys and girls alike, that come up to me and my partner and they're like, "Would you guys want a third?" And I'm just like, I'm like,
shit,
man. It's on like the 20%, it's flattering. On the other 80%, it's like it's weird. You know what I mean?
That's another grown ass activity too. Once you get, dude, the sex life when you become an adult, you start venturing out and shit, bro. I'm gonna get Haley on here one day. We're gonna fucking talk about
Haley's built different. She's no longer Haley when she's drunk. She's dulce.
We're gonna talk about some crazy shit.
Dulce on here is just different.
I get people asking me to bring her on all the time. Like when the time is right.
She's a little shy.
Soon.
She has that soft voice. That's twin for real though.
She's fucking lit, bro.
After moving in, I didn't realize how much we had alike.
Yeah.
And it was just really crazy. And we looked at each other. We're like, oh, like, how come we weren't friends in high school? I'm like, well, when you look at it, we had a lot of different things that we were interested in.
And you were doing too. She was like doing some shit like here. She was also very sheltered. Like her mom never let her out.
She didn't talk a lot.
And you were like a sports person, you know what I'm saying?
I hated that.
Yeah, it is very weird, right? Because like even with Austin, bro. God bless, bro. But like even with Austin's the prime example. Like we were in situations where we like we got the pleasure of like actually knowing each other, you know what I'm saying? To where you're like, oh, I actually want you as a friend. It's the same thing with me and you too. Like, you know, even though we were in sports together, I never got that chance to meet you at a party or something to be like, oh, what's up? Because you never went to the parties. You were telling me that the other day too. You never got to go to the parties and shit. So
because my brother's 2 years older than me, so it was either like him getting invited to the parties, and then a good chunk of the time they would just assume he would invite me. Because when we were around his friends, he's like, yeah, that's my sister. It's my sister.
Right.
And then so when I didn't know of the parties, he would be like, he would just be like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just like, well, I don't know. Or he just wouldn't tell me. He would just go. And people are like, how come you didn't go to dinner party? I'm like, I didn't even know it happened. I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you.
It's important, bro. We'll end it off on this. Because it's getting late. No, it's important to fucking live your life, bro. Go to that party, bro. You can skip out on a night of fucking studying, skip out on a night of church.
I would say just branch out.
Yeah, bro. You never know who will be your friend.
With.
Yes,
never
bro.
Never you're going to be friends with. Who's you're going to be your roommate.
Dude, I would have never guessed this shit, bro. It was crazy.
Not on my bingo card. Not on my bingo card.
It's crazy, bro. Like that night that we met you at fucking Munas. And, bro, you know what was crazy? She was like a supporter, bro. She whipped out her fucking Spotify, showed me that she listened to all of it.
Spotify gang, Apple Music. No, thank you.
Yeah, fuck that shit, bro. But still listen and give it a 5 stars, please.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Nah, but yeah, bro. It's important. Especially that's like what I always tell my brothers, right? No matter what, if you hate high school, or whatever, take that as a chance and a time to get cool with everybody, bro. Yeah. Don't make enemies, bro. Be cool with everybody. You never know where.
Or just branch out in general, even after high school, because high school is such a shitty time for everybody.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, high school is such a shitty time, and you know, I've made friends of friends who I never thought in a million years would talk to me.
Oh yeah.
And we're so cool now, and I'm just like. We have so much in common.
Dude, like
him, all my K-pop fans.
Johnny for sure, bro. I would have been like, hell no, I'll never talk to that dude. You too, like, bro, all the people that have here, even Haley, bro, I'm like, oh, she's the hottest girl in school. Ain't no way she's about to talk to me, bro. Like everybody around me is like a never, situation, but you never know, bro. So make friends, be cool. And we're gonna wrap this one up, bro. It's gonna be fucking. This is a great podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Audience approval. It's been an amazing time. Now, make sure to give us a 5-star on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Please do that. And subscriber, we're on the road. Well, I was gonna say we're on the road to 1,000, but it doesn't seem to be going there. We're on the road to 500 by the end of the month, bro.
And comment whether you want a furry partner or you want them to lick your toes, please.
Okay,
I need to end this debate.
1 or 2, yeah. There we go. Just tune in for the rest of the fucking month. And that's it. Peace out, and we're fucking out.
Bye.